Hello YouTube. Today once again we're working on a pool. It's the Kreepy Krauly Great White GW9500. The issue today is that it's just staying in one spot. This right here, which is supposed to go up and down like that, as this is going like this, because of the gears that I'll show you inside if you don't know yet. It stays in one spot. It does not go up, so it can turn and hit the other areas. First thing you want to do, of course, is shut off the valve so it's not sucking right here on the vac hose any longer. Then after you do that, all you have to do is, I always like to show, hopefully if the sun allows, what this looks like. And then what you will do is turn it 1/4 of a turn. You turn this 1/4 of a turn, and when you do, okay, when you turn it, it will be able to pop right up. Next thing you want to do is go ahead, and you may have to remove 4 or 6 screws depending on the age of your model. This is a very old one. I would say probably, no idea, 10-15 years. It only has 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And actually this one right here, the plastic broke off. It's so old. Others have an additional one right here. I believe it's the newer ones, and another one right there. So just carefully with a Phillips screwdriver, go ahead and take that off. Again, depending on the age, remember, because of the chlorine, even though this is a salt pool, but still the chlorine damages the plastic, as many years being in there. Nobody takes them out, as the manufacturer says that, you know, you run it and then you take it out. Nobody does that. Everybody leaves them in there 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. So of course, try to be as careful as possible, because it's very easy after a couple of years, especially, I've noticed, to break these. Okay, so I removed the 4 screws, but in my case 3 left. The 2 short ones, there's one here and one there, and the 2 longer ones, that's loose, but I need to flip it over now. One there and one here. When you do that, this right here will just pop out. This is being held on there by this, okay, but you could take it off if you got something like this. Check your brush. Actually, before taking this off, it's good to check your brush. You want to make sure this is a little longer than this right here. Okay, I just noticed by paying attention, if you look here, oops, this is not supposed to look like that. What that means is that the brush has worn out so bad. This is actually the original brush. So as I said earlier, imagine how many years. But of course, by going on the bottom of the pool, the walls, the brush itself also wears out. And then if you let that wear out too much, as I did, then it's going to start wearing out this right here, which you don't want to do that. Okay, there, as I flipped it, the longer screw come out. Again, there's 2 of those. If yours hasn't broken off like mine did, that's what it's supposed to look like. And that's what happened when I tightened it. Even though I am always aware of not over tightening things, it does happen. So next step you want to do, we'll get what is damaged. In this case, for me now, is 2 of these gears, okay? And to get to them, or to be able to replace them, I should say, right here and the opposite side there, you're just going to gently push in there, push in here. Again, this is plastic, chlorine dries it out. So gently, after I put the phone down, go ahead and press here and there at the same time, and this will just pop up. Okay, that easy. This is what you're working with. Okay, right in here and right in there. Okay, so in order to be able to do this video, of course, before I took this apart, as I'm doing now, and I checked all the gears to see why that brush wasn't going up and down. This is right here get the light properly. This is what makes it go up and down. As again, this turns like this, and as this turns like this, it turns this here, which turns here, which turns there, turns here, turns there, and then this turns, and that's what moves your brush up and down. So again, 2 of these are bad. I found it for like $9, 6 of them. Great deal. Usually I would just replace this whole thing every couple of years, but they wanted $100 and some for this, which is it's ridiculous what they charge for pull parts. I mean, these are piece of plastic, probably cost less than 50 cents, and I'm probably going too high per each gear to make. But again, so next thing you're gonna do, this is going to lift up right here and right here. This is just going to lift straight up. Again, nothing is holding that, so all I did was lift it and the whole unit came out. Just be very careful. I always recommend, before, since you're not doing a video probably, just take pictures, and that way makes it a lot easier if you've never done this before, to know which part goes where, because they do have to go a certain way. Especially this little gear that you'll see, it's labeled ABC, each one of these. So again, I'll show you now, or hopefully you can see it with my camera on my phone, which are bad, which is usually what you want to do. You would look at this and make sure the gears look really good, really nice and pointy. If not, that gear I'm looking right here, again, right there where my nail ends, hopefully you can see that. Oops. And you can see that tooth right there is worn out more than the rest of them. And then in here, as you'll see now, that's happening there also. These gears need to be replaced, these 2 here. What you want to do is move that small Phillips, and this comes right up. Okay, so these are the old gears. Actually, only that one had a bad tooth on it, but since I got it so cheap, 6 of them for $9, I'm gonna go ahead and replace half of them. 3, the 3 there are identical. So you will see these 2 here, where we just removed this right here. Okay. While I have you here, if this doesn't go down, sometimes it could also be this spring. I have not had to replace it yet. It feels pretty strong for me. They also sell the spring. And something that did happen once, sometimes when this right here wears down a little bit, this is supposed to lock. So if you see it straight, or if you're moving this back and forth and you don't see that it's grabbing this right here, of course with this removed, you want to go ahead and bend this a little bit, not too much, just, you know, a little bit, about what you see there. Okay, really easy. After inspecting the new ones next to the old ones, I noticed these are a little pointier. The new ones are a little more round on the tips, so hopefully it'll work fine with this other gear here that's from the same manufacturer. So this, next thing I did, gently put that in, that little Phillips screw. And there it is. So again, the longer screw, one here, and the shorter ones, okay, one here and here, or you may have an additional one right there and there, depending on your model. Again, remember, don't over tighten these. What I like to do is put the screws in and go ahead and turn like this. Okay, say here, make sure it's going down flat, not all crooked at an angle, or like this, like that. So that one there also. And then once I feel they're touching, then go ahead and put a little pressure, but not too much, because again, very easily you can break it. So depending on your size and your strength, be very careful. Go ahead and check this, make sure gently it does move up and down. Okay, make sure that's correct there. Put that back on. And okay, after you do that, put it in the pool. Remember, the hose will probably have some or a lot of air in it. So what I like to do is, say if you have this type of system, there's my back line, I had it off. Then what I like to do is, instead of opening all the way up, just open it up a little bit. So, because it's going to have a lot of air, and if not, then it's going to be a lot of air in there, and it's a pain in the butt. So little by little, I just start opening this up, so it's a lot of water and some water and air. And then after I see it's not bubbling up no more, then I go ahead and quickly, you know, open this up. Depending how clean or not your filter is, it'll depend also how much suction you will have. So sometimes I've noticed with me, once it's getting dirty, if I have the skimmer and the main drain fully open as I do, I cannot have this fully open because it won't move appropriately. So I have to close this a little bit to get the right type of suction. Okay, so sorry about the long video. I thought it was going to be a lot shorter than this, but I can't help myself. I always do a lot of explanation. Because I know how it is. If you're one of those that doesn't know anything at all about, you know, what I'm covering, it could be a pain in the butt, as this happened to me when I'm trying to learn something I know nothing about. So right now it should work fine. It should move straight for a while and then go ahead and turn, and then, you know, turn another way, and the same thing, it should go up the walls. If it doesn't go up the walls, I don't want to make this video any longer than it already is, but I've also done videos on that, how to adjust the pressure or the weights in the front to go ahead and make sure it doesn't climb up too far, because if it climbs up off the water, then of course you got air. So there's a whole science behind this. I've done a couple of videos. If not, let me know in the comments what you're looking for, or the part number GW9500 idle gear, the 3 gears that I replaced. And the other ones also always start their parts GW95 something. So the actual Kreepy Krauler's 9500, and then the parts are, you know, 01, 02, etc. Okay, Patriot Marine signing out. Hopefully it helped somebody. If it did, please give it a thumbs up, which helps get more views in the algorithms and helps me to be able to create a lot more videos, as all the other ones you see on the channel. There's one I think so far that's gotten like 300,000 views. I've never thought I would get there, for teaching a lot of people how to fix their dryer for free, and thousands of people have messaged me that it's helped them. So hopefully this, a lot easier thing, but hopefully it helps somebody. Subscribe to the channel. I fix things around the house, cars, my Harley Davidson, so there's something that most people can use. Patriot Marine signing out. Thanks.